Angry roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Angry roads. God damn it. She's always singing.
I like when you're editing it and you put this voice over the voice that's already there and it sounds like two people are singing. It
like
sounds
a small
great.
Suzanne choir.
Yes, and let's face it, that is the dream. So where are we off to today?
This is still that same trip, but this is the moment that you realised that you'd forgotten the
Panettone.
The Pantone.
So just some background here. I had bought a Panettone to take down south to give to family.
Pantone.
A Pantone?
Yeah.
And I realised we should probably get like an image of a Panettone.
I'll try and find it. Yeah.
And I realised that I'd forgotten it at home, so I turn around and I'm going back home. But then I remember that if I do not bring them the Panettone, then I could eat the whole Panettone. And so I decide that we'll carry on our way.
Luckily that we had another family thing that we could take it to, so Suzanne didn't eat the whole thing by herself.
And I didn't die of cholesterol.
She's unrestrainable when it comes to
Panettone.
Pantone. Oh, sorry about that vibration. So Pantone.
We spent the weekend watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yes.
Because I'd never seen it. I'd seen it, but I'd never really paid attention to it.
Yeah.
I want to say it's better than Star Wars, but not better than The Matrix.
I want to say you're a crazy lady. It's definitely in the pyramid goes Matrix, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And that goes, I don't care about the haters. I like the prequels. I don't care what you say.
Is that the Attack of the Clones?
Yeah. Phantom Menace, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to admit, they're the ones that I've seen 100 times.
Yeah.
Because they used to be on Showtime.
Yeah.
All the time.
They're good. But people are going to hate me for that one. But I don't care.
That's it. That's the end of our YouTube career.
And not only did they provide us with, like, an amazing wealth of memes, but I just think that they round out the story quite nicely.
I also think that they provided us with one of the best Nintendo 64 games, Star Wars Pod Racing.
Pod Racing was great. I played that on the PC, but yeah, that's right.
God,
it was amazing. Pod Racing.
How do you do it with a mouse and the keys?
That's how I do it.
I don't know how you play any games without.
It was just the arrow keys and the WSA and D.
That's.
Was sad.
That's.
True gamers rise up.
We live in a society. So my question while we were watching The Lord of the Rings was, after something as major as the fight with Mordor, because they fought Isengard.
Yeah.
And they fight for the Two Towers.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Right? And then they're fighting at Mordor. Sorry, no, they didn't fight at Isengard. The Ents fought there.
Okay, yeah. But that's still part of it, I suppose.
Right.
It's still large.
In every fight, they didn't have enough people. Yeah. So that means that a vast majority, especially at the Two Towers, because they were using children at that point. Yeah. They were like, you're 4, you can stand, here's a helmet.
That was at Helm's Deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So we're having all these battles where even children are now being forced to fight. What kind of a effect does that have on the population after it? If there are literally only 6 dudes left.
I just don't think it's that much. I think that you're neglect. Let's say that happened right now.
Right.
They mustered 6,000 people out of the. How many people are there in Australia? How many people are there in Sydney? Let me ask that question. How many people are there in Sydney? Actually, okay, Google.
You just activated my Google. How many people are there in Sydney? It's gone to the home.
Yeah, it's because I'm recording the audio.
Oh, right.
I realised. That's okay. 4.452 million as of 2014.
Right.
This is 2019. Give me a number.
18 was 5.58
5.58 million. I'm saying to you that
Mm-hmm.
The number of people in these battles is like irrelevant to population.
But isn't that a bigger issue then? Shouldn't everyone have fought? Like every able-bodied. At one point, one of those dudes was missing an eye. I don't know how much faith I have in the dude that has no depth perception.
Well, that's why he was only calling out commands. He wasn't
Fighting.
Yeah, but like I get what you're saying. I suppose what I'm trying to get at is that, like, while I agree with you, the world is large.
But in that region,
that was everybody that was there.
That's the whole of Middle Earth. Oh, your lane split. I was like, oh my god, I drove in between those people.
No, it changed to me. I think that this is cool to see like what lane splitting looks like for me. And actually, this is the day that I drove up when the bridge was open.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand you that it is a large portion of at least the people who were there. Mm-hmm. Most of them died. A lot of them died.
But only one gender of the species died.
A lot of men, yeah.
Yeah, and that one. Well, oh no, she didn't die. No, she was just
she
injured.
was sick and injured, yeah.
But yeah, I guess if there's a person whose job is to handle the population of countries, or maybe you've done it as a PhD, maybe you're in year 10 and you've done an assignment on it.
Maybe.
Email in and let us know.
Yeah.
But maybe first watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
So you can
extended cut.
Yeah, so you can understand. Look, I agree with you. I'm not saying it doesn't have an effect. I just don't think that it's as big an effect.
Died.
Yeah, correct. A lot of orcs died, and that's the point. But otherwise, they wouldn't be there to tell the tale. Like, they killed a lot of orcs. At one of those battles, there was only 300 of them, do you remember?
300 orcs or 300 humans?
No, 300 humans.
Right.
And they were like, well, we're going to do what we got to do. I mean, and Gandalf came at the end with all the extras.
That's true.
But all they did was kill more orcs. Like, not many of them died. And, like, the 300 that were there at the beginning were doing a pretty good job. So.
Are you pulling 300 from that movie or from the movie
300?
They had 300 people to defend that many orcs?
Yeah.
That's intense.
Well, that was the point of there's the open bridge, by the way.
Wait, so this is the split.
No, it's actually the spit.
Sorry,
bridge.
the spit, not split bridge.
Yes, correct. Even though it does open, so it could technically be split.
But it's actually spit.
It's actually the spit bridge. Yeah, that was it. This guy gets a little trigger happy. I remember.
Which causes others to be trigger happy.
Yeah. Well, it's coming.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Spoilers.
Anyway, I like The Lord of the Rings. It's a good trilogy. It's just, I think that portions of it, like the film ended 6 times. Do you remember that?
Yes.
At the end, it's like just fade out and you're like, oh, it's over. And then they like come in again. Oh, we got a little bit more to go.
I mean, you didn't call spoilers. Some people may not have seen The Lord of the Rings yet. I hadn't.
It's legitimately... It's 2019.
It came out 2003.
3,
the last one?
16 years ago. If you haven't seen it, you either weren't born yet, fair enough, too friggin' bad, right? Go watch it. Or...
Do you think that it's awkward to call them millennials because I feel like I'm still I'm Gen Y. I'm not the millennial, but I feel like I'm still grouped in.
Yeah.
But do you think that they're going back and watching, I say old in quotation marks, sci-fi?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think yes, but I think that's part of the reason why we get new Star Wars films.
Right, for them.
To drag them in so that they then will go back and watch the other things. Because that's what builds the universe for somebody if they've never seen the other things. All right, just real quick. Watch this guy, okay? The bridge is closing. Now watch the lights because they're definitely still red.
Are you sure?
I mean, it might take actually a second here. Like, they lift up these middle barricades, and they're like, okay, we're getting prepped to go. But, like, he went as soon as the barricade went up, and then I also went because I thought I must have missed it, and the guy behind him also went.
Well, he's got a pregnant lady on that bike. She has to get to the
look
hospital.
At him go. And I realized, no, wait, it's still red. So I stop, and so does this
guy. He's like, oh, God.
Wait a minute. Okay, now it's green. This guy's halfway across the bridge at this point. He's literally halfway across the bridge. Anyway. It was interesting. So yeah, I mean that's it's how they drag people into the franchise,
right?
Making something new. And there's a new Lord of the Rings TV show coming.
Really?
Yeah, it's made by Amazon, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a Lord of the Rings TV show coming. It's supposed to be
fantastic.
Who knows?
I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a hardcore fan of the franchise.
Yeah?
Way.
Nice. Something else came up while we were Lord of the Ringsing, which needs a little bit of extra backstory from you because I didn't watch it, but you were watching Sabrina.
Yes, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
You don't really need to watch it. It's better than Riverdale, but it's not as good as almost anything else.
Literally before that, she was like, "This TV show is great." I have messages between you and another friend who's like, "What a great TV show." Then you change your mind when it ends, but that's fine. It's fine, you crazy lady. But in that, the witches took
They have 4 trimesters.
a little bit longer
Yeah.
when they're gestating in pregnancy.
To make small witches.
Yeah, correct. They take a little bit longer, and that's because of magic. So
I assumed it was because of magic.
could be, yeah,
Because
that one
that
extra trimester or whatever it is for magic.
Magic, for the magic. No one can see me right now, but I'm doing like a swishing arm movement.
I'll find a picture. But you then thought, while watching The Lord of the Rings, that do elves take longer because of their magic? Do they? And I mean, they're also immortal, right?
Yes, and so the witches are kind of.
Yeah. And so the question was, you know, because some races like hobbits have no magic whatsoever.
Yes.
Do they then take less?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, right?
I mean, we take less.
Yes.
Humans.
Because we have no magic.
Technically, but I mean, Gandalf exists, and I don't know if he's human, but.
No, I read a website.
Oh, come on now.
And it said that he was some kind of ancient being from like some kind of parallel universe.
Yeah.
Him and Kate Blanchett in the movie and outside of the movie.
Okay.
Parallel universe and Salamander.
Saruman?
That one.
Okay, good. Salamander.
The Salamander.
Man, Christopher Lee, right? What a badass.
I mean, what him and Ian McKellen. Yes, yeah. I was like McGregor. No.
Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir
please.
Ian McKellen.
Please don't take away his title.
They are so well seasoned with age.
Yeah.
And yet some of the scenes you're watching it and you're like, these guys are just hardcore.
Okay, but Christopher Lee is the hardcorest.
Because of his Christmas album?
Because not only because of his amazing heavy metal Christmas album, and if you've not listened to it in the past, now is the time.
We will have a link in the description for you.
You should definitely listen to his heavy metal Christmas album. But what are you going to link to? Google Play? Anyway.
The YouTube.
Oh yeah, I suppose there's a couple of videos of it.
Yeah.
But he was in World War One with Tolkien,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And he killed a lot of dudes, right? But he had the discussion with him, or so the legend goes, that he was given permission to be able to play Saruman if the film was ever made. So like he already had the part.
Back in.
Do you know what I mean?
Back in
like 1920 or whatever it is. When does it happen? When does World War One? Before
1910s.
that? Yes, whatever. He's old.
He's incredible, and it's insane because I think like my grandmother would have been the same age.
Yeah.
And the idea of her playing a wizard a salamander wizard who betrays everyone for a giant eye in the sky is just it's insanity.
Ridiculous.
We
caught
done
it this time. This is the end. Wow, well done. Well done. Well, thank you. Until next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later this week. Bye!
Bye.